You hold a background in speaking about the African diaspora, and I know you've had a lot of experience learning about that and the practices of faith that can be found in Africa. In addition to Ubuntu, which you talked about in a previous segment, what else might those of us in the church who come from different contexts, and youth ministry in particular, what might we have to learn from those traditions?
Um, um, uh, this immediately comes to mind. The Bible says, "Out of Egypt shall I call my son." I think, at least wannabe theologian, that has a number of different kinds of understandings. It was out of Egypt that the children of Israel were called out to eventually become a nation. But it was in Egypt that they was formed and pressed and made and developed and nurtured to become the people of God. It was out of Egypt, in which Jesus was called and eventually goes to the temple and is released into ministry. And it was in Egypt during the time he was hiding from those who were trying to kill him and oppress. What was in his belly, what was ministry, what was new community, which was the new life, the life and life more abundantly. And so I think the experiences, not that we welcomed them or embraced them or wanted them, the experiences of people of Africa and the African diaspora have consistently been witnesses, testimonies, lights to the rest of the world. And what do I think that the world can gain from people of Africa and the African diaspora? It is that sense of Ubuntu. Because after all we have experienced, after all we have went through, we have always opened and welcomed our doors to people who were different from us, and even those who oppressed us. One of my concerns, in particular in this day, which is also a major call for me for a nurturing space like Project New Generation, is that we may be losing that. And if the salt loses its savor, it's of no good. I do think that our insatiable need to assimilate into the world, not for who we are, but for what we believe would be acceptable. And if we lose that, I don't think we just lose. I think the world loses. And so I do think the way we have gone through and the way we have not only survived, thrived as a result of it, is a sense of determination that I think not only will keep individuals going, but I think will keep the world going.